Benjamin Bloom's taxonomy, conceived in 1956 and revised in 2001, has been influential in learning design, guiding designers and educators in structuring learning outcomes. However, the taxonomy's hierarchical nature and its widespread application often lead to misconceptions about the learning process. Today, we're going to explore a revolutionary reframing of this classic model. The traditional pyramid model of Bloom's taxonomy implies a journey from the concrete to the abstract, from simple recall to complex synthesis and evaluation. It presupposes that one must establish a foundation of basic knowledge before engaging in higher order thinking. This model, though intuitive, is increasingly at odds with the learning sciences and contemporary learning theories, particularly constructionist learning theory. From a constructionist standpoint, the act of creating is not the culmination, but the catalyst of learning. Not only that, learning is creating. Learning occurs in a generative manner, where knowledge is actively constructed through the creation of external artifacts that serve as tools to think with. Moreover, when viewed through the lens of complex systems theory, the hierarchical structure of Bloom's taxonomy dissolves. Cognition is not sequential or linear. It's a dynamic interplay of thousands of processes occurring simultaneously, where no single cognitive function is inherently superior or foundational to another. In reimagining this framework, I propose a metaphor not of a pyramid, but of a waterfall. In this model, the most impactful learning objectives, create, evaluate, analyze, and apply, form the crest of the cascade. They are the source from which all learning flows. A waterfall has no steps. It energizes an entire landscape. The crest feeds the currents below. The understand and remember categories are not the foundation, but the pool at the waterfall's base. They are byproducts of the powerful flow of higher order thinking. The waterfall metaphor suggests that when we engage learners in generative, high-impact practices like original research, model construction, and real-world impact work, we naturally foster understanding and remembering. These are not stages to labor through, but natural outcomes of a rich, engaging, and complex learning process. In this reframed model, creativity is not the summit to be scaled, but the source from which all learning flows. It's a generative force that makes possible the understanding and remembering, much like how generative AI has revolutionized technology by making generativity and transformation its core. This reframing of Bloom's taxonomy is not just theoretical. It calls for a practical transformation in our practices. By emphasizing creation, we can foster learning experiences that are inherently meaningful and impactful. We should design learning environments where learners are engaged in transformative activities that have immediate impacts and long-term benefits beyond the confines of a classroom. This approach favors project-based learning, problem-solving scenarios, and collaborative knowledge construction. It challenges learners to operate at the highest cognitive levels from the outset, naturally incorporating lower-order skills in meaningful contexts. However, implementing this new approach is not without challenges. It requires a significant shift in thinking for many learning designers and institutions. Assessment methods may need to be reconsidered, moving away from simple recall tests to more complex, performance-based, complex, holistic evaluations. While we advocate starting at the top of the taxonomy, it's crucial to provide appropriate support and scaffolding for learners to engage successfully with higher order tasks. As we embrace this waterfall metaphor, we recognize that every aspect of learning is significant and interdependent. The most impactful learning experiences are those that encourage learners to create, to evaluate, to analyze, and to apply from the very beginning. This is the essence of a reimagined Bloom's taxonomy, a call to foster a generative, interconnected, and impactful approach to learning, where creation is the catalyst for all socio-cognitive endeavors. By reframing Bloom's taxonomy as a generative constructionist waterfall, we open new possibilities for learning design that are more aligned with how human beings naturally learn. This model encourages learning designers to prioritize transformative, high-impact experiences that engage learners in creation, evaluation, and analysis from the outset. As we continue to evolve our understanding of effective learning, this reframed taxonomy provides a valuable tool for creating educational experiences that truly empower learners to think critically, creatively solve problems, and engage deeply with their world.